Good morning. This is American Pageant News, Channel 9. I'm Vivian Nguyen.
And I'm Carly Majors.
And today's first story is breaking news on the alarming increase of alcohol consumption throughout the United States. Let's see what Natalie can say about it.
Here I am at a local manufacturing factory. As you can see, workers are losing efficiency and dangers are spiking throughout the area. This machinery does not look safe to be operated by drunk people. Now, let's go and ask this drunk worker what it's like to work in a factory. So, what do you think is the leading cause of our drinking problem here?
Well, you see, our lives are very hard and monotonous. And everyone's doing it. Like, drinking hard liquor helps us get by. Yes, indeed, everyone's drinking. Clergymen, women, even members of Congress. Footage captured today shows a mourner falling in an open grave with the corpse.
But before this drinking problem gets out of hand, reformers are acting. The American Temperance Society recently formed in Boston in 1826, and over the years has spiked into thousands of local groups. On to Natalie, where she interviews a local member here in Boston.
Right now I'm about to interview a member from the American Temperance Society. Hi. What actions have your society taken to fight against the constant abuse of alcohol in America?
Well, we've asked local drunkards to sign a temperance pledge, and we've also organized the Cold Water Army, which is a group of children's organizations against alcohol abuse.
Thank you. These Americans gained popularity through their pamphlets, pictures, and lectures, some of which were from reformer drunkards.
As myself.
We've done with our days of carousing, our nights to a frolicsome glee. For now with our sober minds choosing, we pledge ourselves never to spree! Woo! Say no to alcohol!
The temperance movement has taken over literature as well, as the best-selling novel 10 Nights in a Barroom and What I Saw There by T.S. Arthur in 1854 has taken over the stage.
More moderate reformers are pushing towards temperance, which is the moderation of alcohol consumption rather than teetotalism, the complete elimination of the demon drink. However, more ambitious reformers are pushing towards prohibition of all alcohol. Let's see Carly talking to prominent reformer Neil S. Dow, otherwise known as the father of prohibition.
So, Mr. Dow, why is this cause so important to you?
Well, as the mayor of Portland and an employer myself, I have seen an endless amount of cases where employees are not living up to their potential because they're drunk on the job. We are losing profit because of this reoccurring issue, and it is not okay.
I heard you were a strong advocate of the Maine Law of 1851. Tell me more about this.
Yes, I am a sponsor of the Law of Heaven Americanized, and basically it prohibits the sale and manufacture of all intoxicating liquor. And I believe that if we get rid of the temptation, then we'll get rid of the problem. Yes, and other northern states followed suit. By 1857, a dozen of states has passed a variant of the prohibition law. However, within the decade, several of these laws were either declared unconstitutional or repealed.
Yes, and it is impossible to eliminate the ever-present alcohol problem. But as rumors spark between North and South having war, the rate of alcohol consumption has decreased. Our next story is about women in revolt. At the turn of the 19th century, women are uprising. They are tired of being referred to as submerged sex in America. Now let's go to Natalie to see what these women are fighting for.
Yeah, let's.
Okay, hello everyone. Today I'm with reformer Catherine Beecher. So Miss Beecher, what inequalities do you believe women are experiencing today?
Well, women are not being treated as equals. Like slaves, we can't vote. When we marry, we can't retain title to our property. Our husbands could legally beat us. And we are subordinated by our lords and masters. This is just not okay. Women are not equals in this society.
Oh, and I heard that European women have it worse.
Yes, indeed they do. I heard from my colleague Alexis de Tocqueville, who recently visited France, that rape is punished lightly there.
Oh my goodness. Here in America, rape is punishable by death.
Yes, exactly, but American women are not to rest. This is the 19th century and women have to fight for their freedom and self-determination. Many are remaining spinsters and avoiding marriage altogether. With the flourishing market economy, women have the distinct role to teach the society's youth how to be moral and productive citizens. We are the keepers of society's conscience and by the idea of the Republican motherhood. And for that, I encourage women to seek out opportunities and become teachers.
What are your thoughts on the idea of power at home, the centerpiece of the cult of domesticity?
Well, I believe that women hold the responsibility to be a good homemaker. We have the power at home and control that we seek to have publicly.
Yet not everyone feels that way. Some believe that home is a gilded cage to break out from. There are several prominent characters that in their own way broke out of this cage and led the women's rights movement.
For example, Quaker Lucretta Mott acted after she and her fellow female delegates were not recognized at the Anti-Slavery Convention of 1840.
Elizabeth Cady Stanton not only left out the word obey at her wedding ceremony, but also surprised many as she advocated for suffrage of women's.
Transcendentalist journal writer Margaret Fuller wrote The Dial and supported the Republic in Italy.
Women are taking up competition against men as well. For example, Elizabeth Blackwell was the first female graduate of medical school.
Quaker Susan B. Anthony gained much popularity as a lecturer for women's rights, despite all the hate she received in epithets and being the target of rotten garbage projectiles. She gained so much support that progressive women adopted the name Susie B's.
Amelia Bloomer promoted the more scandalous clothing of short skirts and Turkish trouser bloomers instead of the current street-sweeping female attire.
Lucy Stone retained her maiden name after marriage.
Sarah and Angelina Grimke took part in fighting for anti-slavery.
This all led to the Memorial Women's Rights Convention at Seneca Falls, New York in 1848.
The Declaration of Sentiments was said to be read at this convention, which declared all men and women created equal.
They resolved to demand a ballot for females, leading to a modern-day women's rights movement.
Although this movement is being blanketed by the tensions between the North and the South due to slavery right now, women are slowly gaining more rights. More are getting admitted to colleges, and the last time I checked, Mississippi permitted wives to own property after marriage in 1839.
Tune in next time to see if this movement takes flight. Maybe women's suffrage will be a reality one day. Until then, have a good day, America.